Hey, Steve here. Well, not really. It's actually Talon, but access to the internet is kind of inconsistent. So like I can get the internet to upload and stuff, but it's a lot harder to get it for getting my skin and stuff while I'm recording. But check out all these villagers. I caught a bunch since last episode, and I figured out the villager breeding too. In fact, I have a design for an infinite villager breeder, which uses farmers. And see this guy? He looks like exactly like a farmer, but it says Fletcher. And this is the guy from last episode. I was like, oh, it's a farmer? Nope, he isn't either. So we don't have any farmers to do the infinite villager breeder yet. Although that's not what we're going to be doing today anyway, so don't really have to worry about it. Today, what we're going to be doing is building the kind of the access terminal. So like all those villagers are stored in that house, sort of as a that's the bank storage vault, I guess you could say. But in here is going to be the access terminal. So that's where we're going to trade with them, and we can get specific ones. So like they'll teleport from there to here, and then we can trade with them and then send them back. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing there. And as for the room design, I have an idea for this room, and it might seem kind of big for what we're doing, but this room will be used for other things. But the design, you can kind of see it already, is there's going to be like you have the floor, you know, like so. It'll be quartz, you know, it won't be all this junk. But the second level, or there'll be a second level, which is going to be these slabs, and then there's going to be this kind of alcove thing. See, so the second floor goes all the way, you know, back or whatever, and there will be a staircase up in the middle. But then the first floor kind of goes down, so see, it's like a little, it'll be like a little hideout or something. I don't know. Anyway, I think it will look pretty cool when it's done. It looks really cool in my head, but unfortunately I can't make you guys see that. But I'll get the floor a little bit more. Whoops. Yeah, I'll get the floor a little bit more finished. So something, I don't know, like this. Aha! Did you see that transition coming? Anyway, so this is how it's going to look, and of course it will extend more, you know, that way, and the second floor will extend this way. Oh, and this is kind of what the second floor, what I was trying to explain before. See how it's like a raised thing, and then this sort of becomes like a little, I don't know, hidey hole or something, and then it will be all the way around, and so that's how that will go. Anyway, the villager bank terminal is gonna go here, and I already have it measured out pretty much, because the goal with this is I want there to be a spot for each type of villager, and there is 11 types. So for each so like with the farmer, there's a Fletcher, fisherman, or okay. That's gonna get confusing. The brown coat, there's a farmer, fisher, Fletcher, and another one that I can't think of right now. Well, trust me, there's 4. And like the librarian, there's only one type. There's just a librarian, and for the purple coat guys, there's just a cleric. And the white coats, or the white aprons, you know, there's a butcher and a leather worker. And anyway, so there's one little space for each type of villager. And then I'll kind of block them off like this and whatever. And then the villager will get teleported in. So like say this is the fisherman, I guess. He'll get teleported in and we can trade with him and stuff, and then if we want a different fisherman we can teleport him out and have another one teleport in. So that's how that will work. And I think for the pens or holding cells or whatever you want to call them, I'm gonna put that back on. I think we'll do fences. So let's see if we can make the new kinds of fences. Is there? Yeah, there's sticks. Okay. How does this work? No, that's a fence gate. Ever since they changed the recipe, it's kind of difficult to remember. So anyway, there will be a fence gate. And I think this actually looks pretty nice with the quartz. I don't know. We can change it if it doesn't. So there will be... Actually, you know what? I'll probably move these back. Yeah, it will be like this. Looks like some sort of comb or something. All the little teeth from the top. See? So we'll do this and that. It's connecting to this block right here. I don't think... Well, let's see. If we have... Well, yeah, that one won't connect. Okay, so I guess if we just take this away, then it'll be fine. There's not going to be anything else there. I'm just thinking for the trading, because the village is going to be where that dirt block is, of course. And so then, you know, right-click and... Bob's your uncle. I have no idea why people say that. It just seems like a fun thing to say. So I'll get the holding cells more completed. Yeah. I'm just thinking if there's anything else to show you. So it's not like randomly all of a sudden there's something, or, you know. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Well, you'll see. So, yeah, just wait about, I don't know, like 3 milliseconds or something. Okay, 3 milliseconds is over. It's a long 3 milliseconds for me, though. So these are all the little cells, and I had an idea. Rather than just teleport them straight in, you know how, like when you go through the drive-through window of a bank, and you ask for your money, and they put it like in the little canister, and it comes, you know, through the vacuum tube thing. What if we did that with the villagers? So like, there's, so like this would be the vacuum tube, and it would come down, and we would have like glass or something so we could see it, and maybe we could do a play sound thing. You can do that with commands. You can play any sound in the game. So like ding or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so now to do the redstone stuff though. Or, well, not quite. So to label them, I had this cool idea. So if you put like a named thing of stained glass in there, and then you put the button on it, you can still see like it says Fletcher, so the Fletcher would be in there. But if you have, woo, not sure what just happened, but if you have the button like this, it still works, and you can, so you have like a little hover thingy so you can see which person it is, and you can press the button and the redstone still works. So I think that's how we'll do it. And then there's this glowstone is at the bottom of every little holding cell so that no zombies spawn or whatever. And let's see. Oh. Okay. So if we put a repeater coming out like that, then it will power, or it will take power from this block, which that redstone is powering. And then we'll have a command block here. This will teleport the village, any villager that was in the cell previously away, if there is one in the cell right there. And then maybe we can have a sound effect too, so then that teleports, that's the sound effect, or vice versa. And then this would teleport a random new villager in, and then make the little ding sound, and it would teleport them in, you know, up in this kind of ceiling or whatever, so that they fall down. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's just double check to make sure that the redstone, yeah, okay, it powered the repeater. Just double checking my knowledge of the redstone mechanics. So that's how that's going to go, and then I'll do that for every one of these. And because they're staggered and stuff, that will actually help with the redstone too. So it's on that it's only one wide, like you see there. Ah. So I'll go get the command blocks, and I'll do the redstone, and we'll see if we can. Actually, no, we won't be able to use it quite yet. We'll have to put in, or there will be one last thing we have to do, but I'll go get started on the command blocks. Oh man, that was a bigger project than I realized. It used like 33, 34, 40, about 45 command blocks, which is a lot more than I thought. And it happens to be all of my command blocks. So I'm out of command blocks for now. But it works. So, I mean, that's really what counts. This button is, well, let me just show you. I was going to tell you what that is, because since you probably wouldn't know yet, but okay, I think we have an armorer. And there he is. Armorer. Then we can trade with him and get some coal. Let's see. Do we have one of these guys? No. One of these guys? No. Those guys. Those guys. One of these guys? Or these guys? But see, that's the weird thing. Oh, we have a fisherman. Did you unlock a new trade? No. That's the weird thing with these guys. To make it so that I could target individual villagers, I had to give them scoreboard values, and like for each profession, so like Fletcher is profession 0, which is a brown coat, and career 0. So that's the first one, and then so like this guy, this fisherman, he's profession 0, career 0, 1, 2, 2. So like for everyone that had a profession of 0 and a career of 2, I would give them a scoreboard value of 3, which sounds really complicated. But what happened is when I tried to give all the villagers that had a profession of 0 and a career of 0 a scoreboard value of 1 so that I could bring him here. Somehow, yeah. There's pretty much any of the other professions that had a career of 0 got given a scoreboard value of 1. So like, if I had a librarian, they would have been given a scoreboard value of 1. The cleric is profession 2, career 0, because you know it's the only pink coat, and so they got a score of 1. And so I think all of the clerics will end up in this spot. All of the librarians will end up in that spot. All of the toolsmiths, smiths, I can't speak, will end up in that spot, and all the butchers will end up in that spot. And it's really strange, and I don't really know how to correct it because the command is all properly done and whatever. It's just the game doesn't recognize it somehow. So I might have to like manually give them scoreboard commands, and I don't know. Which, I mean, I can do, but it will take a long time. So this button will clear them all. Because right now what it does is the first thing, it sends the villager back and then it will get a new one. Or sometimes the same one. But if I want to just like clear all of them, then that's what that button does. So it sends him back to that little house. So that's how that works. I probably will need more bug testing and stuff to figure out how to get it so that only Fletchers show up there and the other guys go into their correct spots. But I mean, like, the armorer works perfect because he's a career of 1. Oh man, it doesn't quite work properly, but I mean, I'm pretty happy that it works like at all, because I wasn't sure if it would work. Oh, and by the way, this is the villagers are getting teleported up there and then falling through the water, which is held up by these signs that also say, you know, toolsmith, armor, weaponsmith. So they fall through that, so that makes it so that they don't take any fall damage, which is pretty important because otherwise they would eventually just die. Oh man. Yeah, so that's the villager bank. You know what? Let me see if I can go fix that thing, because it's just bugging me. Because I'm like, well, we could just end the episode now, but I wanna fix it. So I'm gonna go see if I can fix it, and then I'll meet you back here. Yes, I figured it out. So basically, well, this definition or explanation might get a little bit long-winded. Hopefully not too bad though. So, you know, with like the brown robe people, there's 4. You have the Fletcher, fisherman, farmer, and shepherd. Well, the career value for it, which is the secondary thing, and like I mentioned before, you would have the first one would be 0, the second one would be 1, the third one would be 2, and the fourth one would be 3. Did I do that right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Well, the game reserves 0 for special cases, so the first one in the lineup gets an ID of 4, or whatever the one after it is. So when I was trying to search for villagers that had an ID of a career ID of 0, that didn't exist, and it just randomly did stuff. And yeah, anyway, the thing that does it, by the way, is in here. If I click it, see all that stuff? set score of ID for player blah 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 to 6 and 8 and 9. And anyway, so now it's working, and look at this. That guy was just a villager, or a zombie villager, and I guess he just changed, which is pretty awesome. So I'll have to get him inside eventually, but not right now. Well, actually, wait, did he get the thing? Get out of the way. There. Okay, so now he has a value. So if we go all the way back, come on, frames, catch up. There we go. If we go all the way back to this place and we click the buttons, it should work exactly as it's supposed to now. So let's see. Fletcher. Yes! Okay, so we have a Fletcher. We have no farmers. We have one fisherman, I believe. Yep. Fisherman. Shepherd, I don't think we have any. Nope. Librarian, sure we don't have any because I would be trading the... Oh, yep. Cleric. So that wasn't working before and now it is. Toolsmith, I believe we have one of these. Just kidding. Armorer was working before. Do we have a weaponsmith? No. Well, we have one of these guys. At least we should. Well, maybe not. Anyway. So there is that. Wait a second. Hold on. Now I have to go check. Come on. Run! Because the one that turned into a... who's a Mowetchet? Had a white apron. The zombie villager that turned into a villager had a white apron. There we go. Double entrance for safety. So he should be like an 11 or something. Doesn't look like there's any 11s. Well, then we're going to need to check. Do this. Oh, here. I'll just do this off camera. Okay. It all makes sense now. The reason it wasn't giving him a score is because I hadn't interacted with him yet. So that 0 value that it doesn't use is reserved for if you haven't interacted with them. Apparently. So, like, see, there's an 11 now. Which is the leather worker, I think, is what it was. We'll go double check it, though. Back to the access terminal. This thing is seriously so cool, though. There is no better feeling than when you make something like this and it works. Yes! If I wasn't sitting in a chair, I'd do a little happy dance. Oh, just to make sure that all this works. Yep. We have a fisherman, cleric. I don't think we have one of those. We have one of these. There. Look at all those villagers. Look it. Oh man. And I'll get these things for every one of them too. I need to get the levels. So, yeah. But that's gonna be it for this episode until. That's it for part 2 anyways. Part 3 we'll do some stuff with villager breeding, and hopefully I'll get some farmers and we can do infinite villager breeding. So until next time, on part 3. See you guys. Bye.